Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing more tier lists. We're going on the daily upload schedule. I'm keeping it going for now. We'll see how long I will last. Today we're ranking all of the songs that have participated in Eurovision for Azerbaijan. Um, Azerbaijan is probably one of the stronger countries in Eurovision, I think. It just seems like they're always sending something that's of really high quality. And that makes me happy to see because I always just want everyone to always send good stuff. But I really think that usually you can kind of rely on Azerbaijan to do just that. So we're gonna go through their how is it 15 entries? Probably somewhere around there. They debuted in 2008, as I'm sure most of you already know, and have had a pretty good track record since then. Let's be honest. And I'm going to rank them in the 7 categories we have here. If you want me to explain a little bit about what each category contains, then you can watch either my tier list for Albania, Armenia, or Australia. Because I'm not going to waste any time explaining this today, we're just going to get right into it. And their debut in 2008, it's a solid one. I'm going to rank it right here, right away. This could be considered for some, I guess, as really great, or some could put it like not for me, because this one divides opinions. It's a very odd one. It definitely steals the spotlight whenever you see it. Like if you watch the 2008 final and this song comes on, it grabs your attention, that's for sure. The whole performance of it is very iconic in a sense. And I'm liking the storytelling of it. I think the song is a little bit shouty. It's not really a song I set out to listen to, but I like the songwriting ideas in here. It could easily, for me, be up in really great. It's just that the whole package of the song, not the performance. The performance is really great, I think, but the song doesn't really appeal to me that much. It's a bit shouty. I think the chorus can get a little bit on my nerves, to be honest. And I get it. They're trying to, kind of highlight their vocal performances, and they really want to. I mean, it fits with the storytelling of the song that they're actually going this crazy with the vocal performances, but it's just something for my ears that aren't really enjoying it as much as I would have wanted them to do. I enjoy experimental, but sometimes it goes a little bit above my limit, and then I can kind of just zone out. And this one isn't really something that I set out to listen to, but I still really admire the effort, and I think it's a really great debut for Azerbaijan to just come into the contest and really steal the spotlight right away. It's a nice one to just do that. So I'm gonna put Day After Day here in the slap bang in the middle. The second year, I mean, they're very successful. They finished third with Always by Arash and Isel here. This is a really great one. I think a lot of people could put it up in Fantastic or even among the greatest. Like, it's such an iconic pop banger from 2009. I love the ethnic vibe of it. It's a very, what do you call it? Like a very specific, and it has such a specific style and really just sets itself out from other pop bangers from the time. It's just that, these kind of pop bangers aren't really usually my forte. Um, and I mean, I really enjoy listening to this whenever it comes on, but it's just not one of these songs that I crave listening to all the time. I think it's a really great effort. I think everything about it is very professionally put together. It's a great song. It's really catchy and upbeat and memorable. I think also like the instrumental inputs and the very world building that it has really sets it apart from other songs. I just don't set out to listen to it as much as I maybe should. So I don't really rate it as high as I've put some other songs previously in other videos in Fantastic. I just think this is a really great one, but it's gonna stay there for me, personally. 2010 came along, Drip Drop. They got another really good result with this. I think they finished 5th, which I think is a bit generous, in all honesty. I think this is a solid ballad, but not much more, in all honesty. That might be a bit harsh. I think some people probably rate it higher than I do. But this one just doesn't really click with me. It doesn't have those very specific segments of the song that really hooks me and really grabs my attention as much as maybe it wants to do. I think it's a very, what do you say, like by the books ballad. which just sets out to be a pop ballad that anyone can listen to at any time and just think, yeah, this is good. But I don't get those exceptional qualities from it. I'm liking the stage layout. I think it's really prettily put together. But the song just isn't there for me. I would never set out to listen to this just on Spotify or anything like that. It's just not one of those songs that grabs my attention. And that's just really all there is to it. Happy for Azerbaijan that they got a good result with it, but it's not really one of those songs that sticks with me, in all honesty. I think there were better songs in 2010 that maybe should have been above it. Just my opinion. 2011, I mean, this song kind of has a bad rap because it won, obviously, in front of some other songs that might have been a more popular winner. But it's still a pretty good song, in all honesty. But I don't know. This one just never clicked for me. Even like back in 2011. I mean, I was pretty young back back in 2011, so I didn't really have the desire to musically analyze this song back then. But it never really worked for me. I didn't click with this song at all. I think it's a solid one. I don't really think it's not as good as Always, I'd say. I think it's pretty on par with Drip Drop, in all honesty. It might be a tad better, in my opinion. I like the the duet aspect of it. I think it's and I think it's very pretty staging, like the layout and everything, and it works very well in the performance. But the song doesn't really have that the memorability for me personally. I kind of just forget about it, which is weird because it's a winner, you know. So I don't really forget about it, but I don't really attach myself to this song in that sense. And it just kind of passes by, and then when it's over, I think, yeah, this was pleasant enough, but it wasn't really anything that really grabbed my attention that greatly. So I'm just going to put it in solid. Might be a bit controversial, I don't know. Do tell me where you would put the 2011 winner, Running Scared, where you would put it in these. I don't think many people, though, even though they might think it's a perfect winner, maybe not a lot of people would put it in among the greatest Eurovision songs of all time. I just don't see that, in all honesty. 2012, this is a better effort, in my opinion. What's it called? Like When the Music Dies. Very dramatic, very emotionally hard-hitting in that sense. Love the lighting on her dress in the performance. It's a very well-staged song, I think, and also very well performed. I would say that this is really great. It's like a step better than Drip Drop was, I think. It's not a song I set out to listen to that much either, to be honest. It's just a very well-structured and well-polished ballad, I think. But it's not one of those songs that really just makes me want to hear it over and over again. But I like the progression of it, I like the flow of it, I like the character that it has, and I also really like looking at the performance because it's very pretty with the lights and everything. I think it's really great. I don't think it's as great as Always. Always just is very close to this tier up here, and this one is closer to this tier, but I just, we have tiers for a reason. You kind of have to group songs together that you may not think are equally good. But yeah, this one is going to end up here. Now, Hold Me from 2013. I know a lot of people aren't really super fond of this song and they think it's overrated or whatnot, but I actually really, really enjoy this one. I love the staging of it. It's really well put together. It's very, expensive. You can tell that they've really tried here and they've got in with a lot of effort on this one. And I think the song has a lot of great qualities. The chorus is very memorable. The instrumental behind it is pretty hard-hitting as well. And I just like the whole flow of the song, I think. I'm going to be a controversial one here. You can dislike the video all you want, but it's my subjective taste, I think this is a fantastic entry, in all honesty. Could be Azerbaijan's best, I think, without spoiling anything. But yeah, this... I don't think it should have won in 2013. I really don't. I have other favorites from that year. But I don't really mind that it finished second at all. I think it's a very respectable effort that Azerbaijan has here. And the staging of it really just elevates what a solid song they had from the beginning. I think I appreciate this effort a lot, and I really like this entry. And yeah, I think it's fantastic. I could set out to watch this and listen to this any day. Another song, in all honesty, that I could set out listen to any day is "Start a Fire" here from 2014. Weird one that it didn't really do as well as the other two ballads here. Um, so honestly, if you don't, if you're one of those people out there who really like these two, like "Drip Drop" and "When the Music Dies," and you don't like "Start a Fire," do tell me what it is you think is missing from "Start a Fire" or why it's not on par with those two. Because I absolutely think it's on par with those two. I love the instrumental approach that they have here. The incorporation of different instruments just really working on this piano background. And it's also a very pretty final chorus when the strings join in and the whole stage just lights up. It's very well staged as well. I just don't really see the flaws with it. Maybe the song doesn't get going as much as maybe Drip Drop or When the Music Dies. They're more not explosive. I think When the Music Dies is grander and Drip Drop is more poppy and maybe a little bit more upbeat. But Start a Fire has that minimalistic approach and more dramatic approach, I think. I think it's really great. It's almost, I don't know if I prefer it over When the Music Dies, maybe I don't. But I really like everything about it, in all honesty. I think it's a very good effort. And I'm still a bit surprised to this day that it did so poorly. But hey, it is what it is. Um, what came after it is 2015. This is one of, like, it sounds really harsh to say, but it's one of the more forgettable entries from Azerbaijan, in my opinion. I think this song doesn't really have a purpose that it wants to have. What really sets it apart, though, is vocally it's very convincing. It's very well performed, and I do think like there's the progression throughout this song is also quite nice. It's a song that really builds, and I like the final chorus. It's very like just reliant on him showing off his vocals, but it's also quite pleasant to just listen to and get dragged into. I don't really find any great enjoyment in it, but I can still appreciate the music that they put together here. I think it's a solid entry from Azerbaijan, but it's just not reaching anything higher than that. But it's solid. It's good in every area, in my opinion. I like the staging of it as well, but it just doesn't go that extra mile. I don't really remember it after having heard it, which is a shame. 2016, Miracle. I definitely remember this song after hearing it. When I first heard this song back in 2016, I thought this could have been a winner. I think this is one of, like, if you go from 2016, it's probably the most well-produced song in 2016. I think it sounds incredible when you listen to it in a studio cut. The chorus is hard-hitting, it's palpable, it's very memorable as well. And everything just works. There's a lot of playfulness, percussive-wise, arrangement-wise, progression-wise. Like, as the song kind of leads into the final section of the song, it just keeps going and it adds some variation, and it's just a really well packaged song. Everything is polished to perfection. It's well produced, like crazy well produced. And then you see it live. I don't know. It's such a letdown because the first time when you just listen to it in studio cut, I had this on repeat back in 2016, I remember. And after the show happened, I never listened to it again. It just kind of ruined the whole like experience for me. I don't know where to put it. In all honesty, I would put it down here because this really reflects my opinion of it. That I like it. Well, I don't like it. I love the song, but what happened on stage, it was not very convincingly vocally. The staging and the layout of everything is terrible. The color grading looked awful. I don't know what happened. It could even be, because this kind of summarizes my thoughts about it. What happened here? But I feel like this is way too harsh to put it down here because I just love the song. But I'll have to put it below these because if you tell me to watch these 5 Azerbaijan performances live, this will be my least favorite for sure. If you tell me to listen to these 5 songs in the studio cut, this will by far be my favorite of them. This might be my favorite. This would be my favorite out of all of the songs I've graded so far, in all honesty. If you listen to the studio cut version of this could be up here, maybe. In all honesty, I love it to bits. I think it sounds so great. But yeah, it's gonna end up here. Sorry, Azerbaijan, but you done goofed on this one. 2017. This is just one of those that are just there for me. Skeletons. Very like very well regarded by many fans pre-show, and then it just kind of fell through the cracks, and it ended up mid-table in the final. Uh, Again, it's a well-produced song. It sounds great. Um, I like the tone of it. It's a very mysterious and suspenseful atmosphere in the song. The verses are really captivating in that sense. Um, and I think the chorus is also like I love the little chanting behind it. And I also think the staging is really nice on it, like with the man with the zebra head and her writing on the blackboard, like the chalkboards and everything. Do I think this is a really great effort. Honestly, like the more I think about it now, the more I just think that everything is so well put together here. It's not my type of song. I never set out to listen to this, but I just kind of have to admire everything that they put together here. I think it's a really great effort. Um, yeah, I'm gonna put it up here. It's closer to being here than it is to being here, that's for sure. But I think it fits in the really great category. Like now, when I just look at the tier list, this one feels a bit out of place next to these songs. Like Always is such a great song, but I don't really rate it as high as the fantastic songs that I've done before. You can be upset with me. That's fine. 2018, Cross My Heart. It's solid. Uh, quite like the staging. Quite think the song is pretty good. It's upbeat. It's memorable. Like maybe not as memorable as other pop songs that they have sent Azerbaijan, but it's still catchy. It's uplifting. I just like listening to it, but I never really do actually listen to it. And I think it's well staged. I thought it was well performed. It's solid in all areas. Maybe a bit of an unjust non-qualification, but we all know that the 2018 first semifinal was a complete bloodbath. And I don't think that this is the song that missed out, like that I would have loved to have in the final most from that semifinal, let's say. But still, solid effort. Truth from 2019. This is really great. I really do think so. Um, like the production quality again, what is it with Azerbaijan and the production quality of these songs, because they're all really really great and they sound fantastic, and I'm loving the incorporation of the more like traditional ethnic elements, makes it more authentic in that sense and a little bit suspenseful. And I also really love how that combines with the modern production of it. Also well staged, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I remember, like, I was a bit surprised that it finished as high when I did the Eurovision leaderboard Sporkle quizzes. I remember being a bit surprised that this finished so high, but I can kind of see it. When you watch the performance back, everything is just great about it, in my opinion. So yeah, it belongs up here, I think, but it's closer to here than it is to here, I would say. Closer to solid than to fantastic. Yeah. All right. Then we have Effendi's two efforts. I kind of grouped these two together because I think they sound way too similar to each other. They have the same structure even, like with the final chorus being the absolute highlights of the song when the double time of the drumming kicks in. Those are the best parts of both of the songs. I think that Cleopatra is probably a slightly more enjoyable song for me personally. I think that Mata Hari has a bit of a lack of purpose, in all honesty. It feels like, what is the song actually even about? It feels like it's just Cleopatra Part 2 for me. Um, and I think I prefer the hook of Cleopatra. It's a bit repetitive with the constant la 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 la. But I would put them in the same category as well, though. They're solid for me. I don't know. I can't put them higher than that, to be honest, because I don't enjoy them that much. I think they're great, pop bangers that maybe a lot of people would really love. And I know these songs have a great fan base, but for me, they just don't click with what I usually listen to and what I really enjoy. I love the double time sections at the end. I think those are really fantastic parts of the songs, and they actually offer that switch up that you kind of want to hear from the songs, but they don't really go that extra mile and really just kind of grab me. I don't know. They will get some company though, because Fade to Black is another solid entry. And this one frustrates me so much. I think you all already kind of know this because I've talked about the 2022 songs so much. But Fade to Black really has such a great concept. It's so dramatic and engaging, like from the opening, and the first chorus is flawlessly put together with how the song gradually builds. But the thing is that these constant breaks in the song, the slow progression of the structure, it makes everything collapse. Like the final 30 seconds of the song, I think, are like pure emotionally hard-hitting driving ballad perfection, in all honesty. It's very, like, if I say Crywolf-esque, maybe someone will get that. It's that kind of, like, the instrumental is so large and grand and massive, and the vocals are kind of just really acting as another instrument in the middle of it with the high notes. And I like how it's staged as well. There are just so many great ideas here. It could have really been a fantastic entry from Azerbaijan. I really do think so. But it falls flat because of the broken up structure, because of the lack of flow, and just it feels like the effort wasn't really there to make it as good as it could have been. And it's a shame. But now, when we look over at all of the songs that Azerbaijan have sent to Eurovision, let's just confirm one thing. They're pretty damn solid in this competition. They have never sent something that that I really dislike, which is actually really cool. They're a very consistent country in sending just quality entries year and year again. And that just means I'm really excited to see what they're going to send in 2023, in all honesty. Let's hope we'll get something that can actually break into this category. That would be incredible. But yeah, really enjoy Azerbaijan in Eurovision. This would be my tier list. Do tell me what your tier list would be in the comments, because I think maybe a lot of you would just kind of use these 4 groups for Azerbaijan, to be honest. I don't really think any of their songs deserve to be lower. It's just constant quality. I really do think so. But yeah, do tell me what your tier list will look like in the comment section. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video, where I guess we'll do Belarus. Oh, that's going to be an interesting one. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I hope to see you in that video, and take care of yourselves until then, and bye-bye.